Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So we have a Q&A round today. I just thought I will just sit over here and have a very candid conversation about what's going on in my life. Basically a life update. I did ask most of y'all to send in your questions. There were some really good ones. There are many inquisitive queries which I am thinking of answering. So yeah, let's just give this a shot. You know what my Q&A is all about. We are just going to catch up and find out exactly where I am at in life and where my headspace is at. So if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in, for watching. Hi, I'm Shwetavijay, and please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Be a part of my crazy world. If you want to know the right stuff where beauty, makeup, skincare, anything lifestyle oriented is concerned, I help you shop better. All right, the first question is from Simple Madhu. Do you have any regrets in the process of evolving as a content creator? Well, no, there's no regrets. Just yesterday I did an Instagram post where I spoke about what my journey has been. It was basically my life in pictures, and I have realized that when I look back at what my life was, there was a lot of struggles, you guys. I never got things easier in my life for some reason. Maybe it was past lives karmic cycle, but everything that happened in my life came with a struggle. And when I was in my 20s and in my early 30s, I always thought, why and when will my time come? Especially when you see youngsters these days that achieve so much at a very young age, the house that they buy, the car that they, purchase. It gives you a sense of insecurity, and suddenly there is this feeling of feeling inadequate, I feel now when I look back at my life, the success that content creation has given me, the success that YouTube has given me by the grace of God, that came very late, in my late 30s actually, is the right path, is the right timing. Because for me, when I look at my career path, from starting as, whatever odd jobs that I was doing in Dubai, to modeling, to Miss India, to various other odd jobs, then events and corporate job, to what I'm doing right now, I just feel that this is my calling. When it comes to talking about skincare, when it comes to reviewing, that is why I do consultation for various brands as well, which not many people know about that, but that's also my side hustle. Because I love this with all my heart and soul. I have a sheer passion for it. So evolving as a content creator was my calling. It is the right choice for me. And now when I look back at my life and I didn't see the success in my 20s or 30s, and I saw the struggle, and right now I'm seeing a little bit of, I won't say like mind-blowing success, but there is that sort of respect that I get from the community, and the lifestyle that I lead is quite comfortable. At the age that I'm in my early 40s, this is exactly how I would have panned it out if I had known sooner. So maybe you wouldn't understand in your 20s and in your 30s, and in your 40s you would understand that when you don't have that much of a strength and vigor to deal with certain situations and hardships, and when you're getting that rest period right now, I feel that evolvement of being a content creator or whatever profession that gives you peace of mind, that is your biggest achievement. So Neha2188 says, you plan to have a second pregnancy and motherhood phase 2? No, I don't. I went through an IVF to have Nirvana, and it gave me so much of post-traumatic stress right after I gave birth, because a lot of IVF mothers go through a lot of stress, even during since the time they conceive till the time they give birth, and post that, they're always stressed. It's because miscarriages are high and it's a high risk pregnancy, and your entire hope and your family's hope is on this baby. I feel having a second pregnancy right now, I'm not in that phase of yet. I am happy for Nirvana. There are times when I look at her and I'm like, she should have, a sibling, because, being an only child can be lonely, and I am so attached to I am so attached to my brother, very, very close. So I want that sort of bond that Nirvana should have that as well. But the process of it and the age that I'm in, I just don't think it is fair on myself and to the child that I bring, into this world, because I can see myself already lacking energy, you guys. Sometimes when she runs and sometimes when she has a DIY and she comes to me and she's like full of vigor and energy, I'm like, whoa, 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 just calm down. just calm down. Like mommy needs to rest right now. And and it's funny because I started working out to keep up with her energy. That's how tiring it is. And that is why they usually say, okay, I hope my mom never sees this video, but she's right that you usually have kids at a younger age only because of stamina and strength, which kind of like deteriorates post 35. So that patience level, everything, I can see myself not being the most patient mom. I try my level best, but I lose my cool. Also, I'm the default parent out here. I've been taking full responsibility of Nirvana's well-being and all by myself. My mom and I, actually, for the last 4 years. She's 4 now, so 4.5 actually. So it's been on me. Giri is in London and he tries his best to get here and spend his time because of his contract, but it's not enough. So I don't think now having another child, unless you have both the parents really involved in helping the child come up and be the best version of herself or himself, unless both the parents are not involved, it's very, very unfair to bring another one. Secrets for a happy marriage according to you, rules that you both follow. There's no secrets, you guys, and I can't say that ours is a very happy marriage, because long distance never provides that sort of happiness. It's a very, very challenging time for Giri and I. To be honest and to be frank, I don't know where I'm at, because he's okay, but I'm not okay, because I want much more from my partner. I need a lot more contribution in terms of time, effort, financial, so there's so much that we have to iron out, basically. Our daughter, is an individual that finds love from both the parent. So you can say like a co-parenting at the moment. But I do need a lot more from my partner, because I can't have an absent father and an absent husband. And this is something that he was just here. He left a couple of days ago. And I was just telling him that that's what I'm finding very, very difficult. So it's a very challenging time. And also another thing that I have noticed in myself is that financial independence just kind of like makes you a lot more stronger to voice out your opinion. You just want to make decisions that benefits you a lot more, because all the time women are made to take care of other people. They are made to always think about the home, about the food that people in the house eats. It's all about them. It's never about your financial stability. It's never about your career. It's never about you as an individual, which you were before you became a wife and mother. It's just not only pointing towards my husband. It's every relationship in my life, be it friendship, be it my siblings. I need a lot more, because I have done a lot for my family, a lot for the people around me. And I haven't seen someone accepting for my mother who has kind of like balanced it out. So right now it's about me selfishly, and I'm not going to be apologetic about it. I want to take care of my daughter in the best way possible, and if my partner is not aligning with it, then there's a lot of decision, honestly speaking, there's a lot of decision that I need to make where my relationship is concerned as well, because I need my partner to also align and be the kind of person who wants to be a better provider for his wife as well as for the child. So he's fantastic with Nirvana when he's here, but I need him 365 days. You know what I mean? I need that sort of support, because it's not easy raising a child, especially in this day and age, where safety is an issue. In India at this very moment, when it comes to having a girl child, you're always perpetually scared. And I'm so sorry, I don't mean to put my country down, but that's the state we are in. I don't know whether we are the couple to give you the marriage advice when we ourselves are trying to find our way. What do you do to keep your weight on track? I see your flat tummy and I feel jealous. Guys, I don't have a flat tummy. What I do have is Spanx. So I'm always wearing Spanx, and what Spanx really does is it kind of like cinches your waist. So Spanx really helps me a lot. I don't have a flat tummy. I'm not able to get a flat tummy. Please don't be fooled by the internet. Our angles and the camera angles, the way we stand, we know how to pose for the camera. I don't edit my photos at all. I just know how to pose in certain angles that makes me look curvy and flat, in the front. But I still have my mom, that mom tummy that has not gone in the last 4.5 years. I do my exercises for it. I have started eating right. For the last 4 months, 4.5 months, I would say, I decided to take care of my health. I decided to get into fitness. I decided to get into the right nutrition. I have Ask Naturals, I have made a whole separate video if you guys are interested with the owner of Ask Naturals. They're a team that I approached and I asked them to take care of my health, my nutrition, my well-being, complete 360 basically. So I work out 4 times a week. So 3 times it will be strength training and 1 time it will be power yoga. They have some of the best trainers I have come across, and I've done a lot of online things. I'm not a gym person, you guys. When I know that I have to wake up in the morning and go to the gym, I get extremely lazy because I'm not a exercise sort of a person. It gives me no joy. I exercise so that I can eat a lot more. If I have to be honest, I love my food. But the mom tummy is definitely there, and I'm okay with it. I have found my peace with it because, come on, guys, it's like the biggest symbol that you've given life. I mean, come on. I think I'm at this age where I'm okay with the way my body looks. I have nothing to prove to anyone. I don't have to show off in a bikini. I'm not walking the ramp. I don't have anything to prove anymore. This is who I am. Take it or leave it. Okay, so this is Isham15 says, I love you, your content, your authenticity, and your little girl. Thank you so much. Everybody loves to see Nirvana online, so that is why every now and then I'll put a few glimpses of her on stories. And I know it is only because there's so many of my viewers that were with me ever since I struggled with my pregnancy and the IVF thing. So they feel so invested in her, and in a good way. There's no creepy sort of a comment when they see her here and there on Insta stories. I try not to put her on YouTube or any vlogs or because it's a larger audience. There it is a little more restricted, my broadcast channel, or even though I know I shouldn't be doing it, but it's just a few glimpses, like a side glance or a photograph. I try not to put her too much on social media, only because as she grows older, it's going to get even lesser and lesser. I just want to respect her privacy, and also it's just keeping her safe basically. But I know so many of y'all truly and genuinely love her. I can feel that warmth, and whenever I meet you guys, you people actually come and talk to her, and you're so warm towards her. And then you come and approach me and you're like, hi Shweta, and we start the conversation. But it's always a proper warm greeting towards Nirvana and my mother, so that's how much they resonate in your life. So I'm very truly grateful for the kind of love I receive from my community. So thank you. That message means a lot. What is your bucket list for this year? Well, this year I have traveled so much, and I think in the beginning of the year I was very sure that this year was going to be a year of travel, because by the time she hits 5, she will be having a more structured schedule in school, which I have to follow. I won't be able to take these many holidays, so I decided that this year would be the year that I would travel as much. So trust me when I tell you, January, February, March, April, May, every month I have been traveling. Just the last month or 2 I have not. Again, I'll be traveling next month. So I have been, because my mom is like, when are you home? And I probably wouldn't have even been able to step out of the house Not probably, I know I wouldn't have been if it wasn't for my mother, because my daughter loves my mother so much. And the fact that my mom, is so able and so strong to take care of her and go like, you live your life, you go and enjoy, because she also knows, like I said, by the time she's 5, and she has a lot more stable sort of a ritual, a schedule where education is concerned, then taking leaves won't be easy. So this year my bucket list was to travel as much, and so far I have made it come true. I do want to take a Europe trip, and that is one of the biggest bucket list thing. I have another one is to be a homeowner. I don't own a home as of yet, and this was it's not something that bothered me so much, but considering now that Nirvana's here, I do want to secure her. Another reason why I felt this way was because I was talking to my friend Chandni, my best friend basically, and we were just talking about how it is so nice when something goes wrong in your relationship, be it a marriage or whatever, and your parent goes, come back home. You've got a house, you've got a roof over your head, you don't need to take that, put up with that nonsense. I felt when we were talking about it, I felt like, oh my gosh, that's what every parent needs to provide for their daughters. That, sense of belonging, that safety, and that roof over your head, so that tomorrow, if she's not in a relationship, fantastic. I would want that for her. But if she is also, God bless her. And if she's not happy, she should know that she's got a house to come back to. So that is extremely important for me to work towards, and that's what I'm doing. I'm doing my best, you guys. Like I mentioned, it's so hard. I want to definitely get a house. That would definitely be the biggest list in my bucket list, Okay, so Sharon Wright says, not a question, but I would love to see you and Jovita representing India at Cannes. I think any film festival or any red carpet or any events, I don't feel that it would be lovely if we are representing it, if we get an opportunity, of course we will take that, no doubt. But I feel it is a lot more harder for us South Indian content creators to get that sort of an opportunity. If you notice that they still have those 4 or 5 people in Bombay or Delhi, and they work towards it. They also work towards number, and from the last couple of events, I didn't feel anyone, I'm sorry, I don't mean to put anyone down, but no one's fashion sense or no one's it wasn't a credible sort of an entry, I felt. So probably people will feel that about me as well when I enter, if I get an opportunity like that. I'm just stating my opinion. When it comes to beauty events, like, if it's L'Oreal presents, then there's beauty involved in it, then taking beauty influencers makes sense. But having people walk down the red carpet where fashion is concerned, you need to also give opportunities to people who have that flair and that talent and passion for fashion. Just because the numbers are high, you can't take a stand-up comedian on in the red carpet. You can't make them walk on the red carpet. It just doesn't make sense just because they've got a fan following. And considering the fact, from what I have understood, we all have understood, is that apparently you can buy your tickets. I don't know how much truth is behind that, but suddenly the glamour aspect of everything has died down for me when I knew about it. Well, I still don't know the truth. But it would be great if I get an opportunity sometime in the future where, beauty is concerned. I definitely would like to, take an opportunity. Why not? One life, But I also would want to see a lot of us content creators get more opportunities in our home turf itself, you guys. Why international? I would love to be, I would love that if I or my peers from, Kerala zone, Tamil Nadu, Hyderabad, the south section is called a lot more for events, that we are able to walk the red carpets for various events that is happening in Bombay and Delhi. It would be great if we are called for brand events, for opening of a brand or an opening of a new, basically introduction of a new product. If there's a new launch, I still see the same faces. So Pretty unfair, I know, but this is how it goes. Brands you would never work with and why? I don't. I do have a few brands like everybody has their problem with Mama Earth. I don't want to work with certain brands, and I've spoken about this in the past. I'm not just going to go on and on about it. I just feel that now with the involvement of agencies and PR agencies, it's a lot more better. Communication is a lot more better. You're getting your money on time. It's not like before where you have to chase your payment. But there are still some questionable brands that that don't treat their content creators very nicely. There are many big multinational brands also who think that they can take the entire liberty and the freedom to actually run your content and take over your content when you have a certain style in representing your reviews. Those are the kind of brands that when I get, oh, you can't do this, you need to wear this, and you need to talk this way, you need to hold the product this way. When I get the sense that it is looking a bit too commercial, like an ad on TV, that's the time I back out, even if the money is great. So that's only because that's not me. It comes across as an ad. It doesn't feel authentic. This is how I am. I'm talking to you and I'm telling you, hey guys, this is what I tried this product. This is what happened. I love it. And it's because of the ingredients. This is the texture. So this is how I'm talking. It's like a candid conversation. It's a community, right? That we both you and I, you as a viewer, the buyer, you want to know all these small little information about the product that you want to buy. And suddenly when the brand or the agency tells you, you need to change this. I didn't like the way that you said that this has got, a slip to it, or the texture feels a little gritty, but we have a problem. Can you take that gritty word out? No, I don't want to take the gritty word out because you need to be told that this is how it's going to feel on the lips. But when they say change the backdrop, put some glitters at the back, why? Who's watching all of that? Aesthetically, yes, it looks great, but are you actually, think about it, will a viewer or a buyer look at a product and go, the background looks great. The product might not work, but the background looks great, so I'll give this a shot? No. So I don't want to be told on how to change after being so long in this industry. I can't compete with the youngsters. I'm not in that same age group. So if you ask me to do transitions and sing and dance and hop and go like that, I can't do that. That's not me. That's not my style. And the people who are grown up watching me is also going to be throwing their chappal on the screen thinking have you lost it? Are you high on something? So why are you behaving that way? So Paulomi says, how do you and your husband cope or manage the long distance thing? Well, like I mentioned, it is extremely, extremely difficult. It's the right word, managing. We are trying to manage only because of Nirvana. We are trying to come to a point where we can make the right decision on how to raise her in the best way possible. I have also, like I mentioned before, I'm a total different person right now. I have evolved. We are two different people at this very moment. Distance does that. And I think post-COVID, I've noticed a lot of couples have gone through this separation where feelings are concerned. I'm not talking about physical separation, but emotional separation. So I think COVID had, because, we spent so much time together, in my case apart, there were so many things that we understood each other, of our partner. We understood our partner we saw them in a certain light, which we never did because our day-to-day hustle, going to office, seeing in the evening, having a meal, going to sleep, just brushed and put everything under the carpet. And during COVID, when people were together 24/7, they were able to see different aspects of their partner and appreciate it and not appreciate it. And another thing also I've noticed that, especially with girls who have suddenly, started taking a lot more interest in their career. So financial stability has brought me that freedom to not be answerable. So if I go back home and if I'm asking you to help me in the kitchen, I want you to help me in the kitchen, and I'm not going to be like, you know what, never mind, I'll do it. I won't do it. So that also turns into a problem. And just because you work from home, it doesn't mean that it gives you the liberty. Just because you go outside, you work your 9 to 5, 9 to 7 or whatever, that you come back saying that you're tired. Because I was taking care of the child, I was also, taking care of the house, I was cooking. Cooking takes half of your energy. The very thought when you have a child on what to make for breakfast, what to cook for lunch, what to make for dinner, 3 separate meals that it's an energy process that is simply exhausting. And then you're taking care of your husband, and then when he comes home and he's like, listen, I'm really tired, I just want to crash. No, I'm not. The older me would have been like, okay, you know what, I'll take care of it. I also feel that going back to London right now, London has always been a place that I love during the holidays. Staying there is a complete, total different venture, you guys. I think it is because tax and the lack of medical help and the situation in London, the economy is sinking. It just makes it a lot more difficult. So I was paying tax here and I was paying tax there. I was converting my rupees into pounds to, pay off bills. It wasn't making sense. And I was just another brown girl in that whole, white girl community of influencers. And I was called as, just to be inclusive, a brand would call me, or there would be another Sri Lankan content creator, just to show that they are inclusive. But when it comes to real paying jobs, it is hardly there. Either you have to talk like them or you have to be born and raised out there in the UK to actually fit in, and I didn't fit in. So when I found that my community was extremely accepting out here and the brands were working with me, I chose to come to India to have a better lifestyle for me and my daughter. And I think the only place that Giri and I have spoken about where things can fall into perfect harmony and fall into place is Dubai, because of no tax reason. And another most important factor is I realized that my mother took care of me when I was going through my IVF and post that during COVID time. And the age that she was at, she was not capable of taking care of someone else, but she stood up, she stood out, she held on, and she just took me over and my daughter under her wing. And it was such a difficult phase, that 1.5 years of lockdown, you guys, first lockdown and second lockdown. So if she did that for me and I'm surviving and my daughter's surviving because of her, I will never abandon her again. And I don't care what anybody says. People, I've heard family members say, oh, she's so selfish, she's, choosing her family. Yeah, I will always choose my family. I opened my eyes and I saw them. You just walked in. So I will always choose my family because they have treated me right from the beginning. Why would I let that go? And the fact that my mom and my daughter is surviving even now is because of my mother. So wherever I go, I would want my mother also to be with me. So Dubai seems like a better fit. You can't feel guilty of being a little selfish because, life goes on. Your children will grow up. They will move on. They will have their own partners. You shouldn't be sitting there one fine day and go and be like, man alive, I should have traveled. I should have taken up that job. I should have been a little more independent. When your children don't come for the holidays, when Diwali or Christmas or whatever, and they're like, no, mom, we're traveling. I'm going with my family here and there. It's going to happen. And then you're alone. Or, if you have a fantastic partner by your side who is like your best friend and your companion, you have struck gold. What does your day look like? This is from Shri Vardini. Okay, so my day basically, I wake up at 7:30, and then it's the entire rigmarole of, getting her ready for school, packing her bags. Mummy will make the tiffin because, she likes mom's food, not mine. I drop her off to school, then I come back, I do my workouts, and then before I know it, it's lunchtime, so I'm helping mummy with lunch, and then it's time to go and pick her up. I do that, I bring her back. Then in the afternoon, it's studies and homework time. I'll spend some time taking her out or taking her down to play. It is her time. Then it is time to prepare for dinner. And then I put her to sleep by around 9:30. We make sure that the lights are off and we get to bed. And she sleeps around 10:30. She takes that long to sleep. And then post the 10:30 to around 12:30, I'll be editing and I'll film 1 or 2 videos, which I'm trying to change that. I want to make that into a morning thing. But because of this situation of dropping her to school, I'm only able to do things at night. So it's kind of like packed, but nothing in comparison to a mother that goes to a proper 9 to 5 job. I'm still lucky that I can be at home and choose my day accordingly. Like if there's a day that I don't feel like filming and I'm tired and I've got a migraine, I have that liberty and the freedom to just, rest. It's not the same with the 9 to 5. So when I see content creators, mom, complaining about their life, it is hard. Motherhood is really, really hard. But when they complain about, oh my God, I wanted to do my nails and I couldn't do my nails because, the kid was screaming, I want to slap those content creators, because you have no idea how lucky you are to just be at home and do your work and be a stay-at-home mom as well. There are mothers out there who just want to spend a lot more time in their house with their children and just have that 1 hour to themselves, which we are lucky to have. So if I didn't feel like filming today and I wanted to do my nails and my hair, I have the freedom to do that, Whereas a mother who works in a corporate job, when she's like catching that early morning public transport or she's driving, whatever it is, and she's feeling guilty, we don't have that much of a guilt trip like the mothers who have a 9 to 5. So salute and hats off to all of them, all of you that are watching my video and are doing the whole 9. Okay, I'm really sorry on behalf of my community that cribs a lot. I'm truly sorry, because you guys are the real superheroes.